Welcome back, guys, to another episode. Ignore the background for a minute. Welcome back to another episode of Mario and Luigi Superstar Sega. Some stuff is just going on in the background, so don't worry about that. Today we got some quests to complete. So first things first, I did want to check out. Let me see here. There was a house I did not check out quite yet. Yes. Excuse me. A lot of bugs decided to move into my own books, so I'm airing them all out. It's cheap fumigation. Expose your books to sunlight and wind, and it'll keep the bugs away. Huh, interesting. In battles, the L and R buttons are useful for moving back to the previous menu. If you perform advanced commands with bros attacks, you can damage spike creatures, strike 2 foes simultaneously, and gain other bonuses as well. What about you? In the ground in this kingdom, there are said to be pits that are invisible to the naked eye. When tiny people stand on top of these invisible pits, the tiny people will react strangely. And playing on a Nintendo GameCube will cause the controller to react. What? What? Get the flip out of here. No, it doesn't. If you keep powering up the same ability when you level up, you won't get high bonuses wheel numbers. Well, yeah, that's true. So apparently this game is playable on the GameCube. Is that correct? Because I doubt that to be true. Wait, how many coins do I have? 11? Bro, what the heck? How much did I spend? What gear did I Ooh. Okay, so that is a mark. So when that happens, okay. All right, we gotta try that again. All right, so if it's okay, so that can happen. Ah, you got a beanstone. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing that for the entirety around the Bean Kingdom, possibly. No. I need you. Yeah, I need you to jump. Ooh, 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 like that, like that. Let me try that again. Yes, perfect. Switch. We got another one. Okay, so apparently there's 10 total that we gotta look for. If I looked at that correctly in the last episode. So yeah. I guess I can come back to you guys when I do so. But yeah, this episode's gonna be kind of a lengthy one. And if it is coming out pretty late, like let's say late at night or the next day even, that is gonna mean 2 reasons. 1, I'm either really busy, or 2, exporting's really bad. I think that's the only 2 reasons. I have a big project going on. Well, actually, I have a big project going on this week, as you're seeing in the video. Your boy's moving along, finally. So yeah, we're gonna see how that goes as I progress in life and whatnot. Obviously, that stuff's gonna happen. So yeah, I'm just looking at around the perimeter of this entire town and everything. Obviously, I'm not gonna share too much of what's going on in my personal life because it's just none of y'all business in the first place, really. Let's see, what else is there? I mean, that's really it for the most part. So, I know today was gonna be something where I was gonna talk about a certain topic. Wasn't it like something along the? All right, so I gotta check up here to see if there's anything up here. No, there is not anything up here. I don't think there's anything here. check over here too. Yeah, so yeah, Mario would have that exclamation point part up. So that, like I said, it was a gimmick that was supposed to be found when you were only. Aha! Shoot. There we go. Let's check how many we have now. We have currently key items. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have 4. We have 4. Okay, we have 4 so far, so that's good. We just need to find 6 more, and then we're good. Oh wait, we need it. Yeah, let's go indeed, because I need to know exactly where everything's at, and yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a time. So, yeah, I'm gonna actually just keep myself in live game mode for the most part because I do not want to I kind of want to make things a little bit easier for the voiceover guy because voiceover guy is gonna really need it this week. And there's not much really else to be said in terms of let me see here. Aha! I knew it was gonna be right here. So I think I was gonna talk on an article. So, oh my gosh, bro, come on. Would it be better if I just did this voiceover? Oh shoot! Okay. That's another beanstone. Perfect.
Let's go. Jump.
I don't know if I can look at the mirror here. I know this is kind of boring for me to just kind of all right, I'm gonna talk and then not talk and then talk at the same. And then just go on. How's the weather going? Be boring and just say stupid stuff. I'm not about that life. Sorry. Shoot. What else is there? You know, whenever I look for stuff, does anybody get distracted whenever they? Actually, no. That's ADHD and ADD people that get distracted. So before I was rudely interrupted by the background noise, because let's be honest, when you live with other people, background noise is going to happen. And you're probably going to be asking me, why don't I just get a soundproof room? I don't have the money for that. So, altogether, the solution is pretty simple, to get my own place. But in order to do that, I need to do the things that I need to do right now in order to get my own place, and then work on it from there. So that way, whenever I do record, I can record whenever I want, whatever time I want to, basically, without any consequence. Basically, as long as I don't make any noise, any noise barriers, past obviously past the outside of my house or anything like that, you know. Just within reason, which, I mean, let's be honest, I don't think anybody's gonna hear me inside my own home if I ever had my own house, and then, you know, I don't know why I'm talking about my personal life too much. Sorry. I guess I might as well talk a little bit about a couple things, what I was going to finish off on. I was gonna pretty much ask, so you know how you're, cleaning up, doing some spring cleaning, and then, there's some stuff that you lose along the way, and you're like, oh, this is where it is, or that's where that is. So then you, kind of just, play around with it, or just look at it, observe it, and then you just, end up, you just end up, staring at it, and, pretty much just, you know, pretty much just looking at it for hours, or really, yeah, I mean, you in your mind, it's oh, I'm looking at it for minutes, just for a couple of seconds, just for a few minutes, and then that turns into hours, and you're like, oh wait, what was I supposed to be doing again? And so that's the thing that you know, people with ADHD
do when they like look for stuff and then like end up like finding it and then like, oh shoot, I remember this, and then you just reminisce about it. So anyways, yeah, I thought I'd save you the trouble on finding these beanstones.
We got our 10th one here. We enjoyed the voiceover because I had to put myself through that. That long search probably wasn't for the best. I'll have Luigi wait. Oh yes! You found all 10 of the soybean sparkling beanstones! With this evidence, I can at last announce my hypothesis! Perhaps I should reward you for your endeavors. I believe that you will accept this reward, I promise. Got a Bros Rock! Alright, base as heck, bro. So what the heck does it do? Let's figure that out right now. So, we have the charity badge. Bros. Ooh, it goes. Hugely boosts. Okay. Manager's special. What a bargain. Okay. If that hugely boosts, okay. I gotta be honest. I gotta be freaking honest. It probably would benefit my boy. Ooh, 20? 14. But you get 10 pow. Where's Mario stand at? I think I can live with that. Let's put it on my boy Luigi here. Alright. Let's look at the current, okay, so we have, okay. Alright. I think in our future travels, yeah, we will probably, for the most part, are gonna have to just kind of like traverse the kingdom, because I actually want to grab some things as little Mario, if you catch my drift. So, now I'm gonna let my voiceover actually take over for now. Once again, probably wanted to start on the article and probably wants now continue it. So, we'll be on it, and then until I, you know, have some better luck come up. So we're gonna be here for the next. Actually, I don't even really say how long. So, see you guys in a sec. Or I guess, yeah. From Gameplay Live, I'll see you in a bit. Voiceover, you can take over now.
Why don't we continue the conversation on the generations? I know. It's the GBA version, but I have no more video game news for you for right now because I haven't been paying too much attention on that because I've been reading articles in there as I guess it'll make sense on the timeline-wise on when I played this video game and the remake of this video game and whatnot. So I'm gonna be going around getting as much beans as I can, and if I find any collectibles worth finding along the way, then I probably will go out of my way to collect them, and I will do my best to just grab them. So anyways, I want to at least like, you know, just like at least use this time. We have a lot of time to like kind of look around and then get to Woohooversity and then get to Kakaleta and then there obviously. Well, we'll end it once we get the beanstalk basically, or we'll get to it. So anyways, so I looked at a few other articles and there's some funny ones. So I'm gonna just mention the ones you know by ear, and then we'll go from there. That way I'm not like kind of like lowballing you and like, oh, we're gonna talk about this today, and then we end up not talking about it. So anyways, an article I came across was 11 things boomers find absurd about the way Gen Z was raised. So many baby boomers, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna just keep jabbing on our generation here. If you're a Gen Z-er, sorry. To many baby boomers, Gen Z's world is a non-stop parade of things that just seem completely absurd. So this was written on June 2nd of 2025, which was last year, by Sylvia Ojeda. So baby boomers have an odd obsession with the way that Gen Z was raised that triggers them both online and off. Vice versa, Gen Z doesn't think highly of boomers at all, often being critical of their work ethic and archaic policies. Archaic policies? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Despite these differences, both generations have a lot more in common than they realize. To other generations, they share the same stubbornness and unwillingness to change or adapt with the times. This take or leave in their attitude frustrates other generations to the point that they can't deal with them, either of them. Every generation has its quirks, and for boomers, no generation is safe from criticism, so they don't mind saying that there are some things about the way Gen Z was raised they simply find absurd. That being said, the 11 things that boomers find absurd about the way Gen Z was raised, and I'll probably commentate on a few of them, and I'll probably just read like the first sentence or something, and I'll probably put my input on it, and mention quote the paragraphs if necessary. So 1 was being given participation trophies, 2 having overscheduled childhoods, the 3rd one's having helicopter parents, the 4th one's having access to technology from birth, having trigger warnings in safe spaces, which is 5. Number 6, they're changing attitudes towards work. Number 7, wearing casual attire everywhere. Number 8, a reliance on AI. Number 9, changing language and slang. Number 10, having an aversion to phone calls. I'll get down to that a bit, obviously. Being called by the education system. So let's get on to number 1 here. As like I said, this is going to be a lengthy video today, so why the heck not? Let's just make this lengthy on
Getting to the details on as I said, I was gonna get into the details of it. So, boomers grew up. So, number 1, being given participation trophies. So let's see what boomers state. Boomers grew up in a time when competition was the way you show off their exceptional skills. This meant that trophies were only reserved for those who came out on top. Decades later, the boomers can't stomach the fact that Gen Z is being handed to them for no reason at all. So, and then for Gen Z, these forms of recognition aim to celebrate effort and teamwork rather than just winning competitions. A survey by GitNuts found that 73% of teachers believe that the focus on participation awards reduced the importance of skill development. So despite finding everything absurd, boomers may be right about this one. After all, the only way to get better at something is to work hard on that same skill, to become proficient at it. I agree with them. I actually do. Because I am someone who does not like participation trophies. Now, needless to say, I grew up in a time era where participation trophies are somewhat of a thing. Let's say on a sports team, etc., etc. But it wasn't exactly a participation trophy. We had awards, and not everyone got an award. And there was a year where my coach and I decided to figure out a way to get everyone an award because there was not that many people on the team. Needless to say, though, it wasn't a participation thing. It was just more of these were the skills that these athletes showed more on that, shared an importance to the team. However, I'm not trying to throw my head coach under the bus or anything. If he watches this video, I don't think he probably does, but just in case he does, I'm not throwing you under the bus at all with this. This is not a throw. But my opinion on participation trophies. So this is completely unrelated to our because I used to coach a cross country team, by the way, if you guys didn't know. I have pretty much passed that now. I might come back to it later, who knows? But anyways, I wanted to at least say that, so being handed participation trophies or given participation trophies, I feel like it is annoying to see because it's one of those things where it's okay, if I work as hard as the next person and then the other person that didn't work as hard as I did just got the same award, then what's the point of working hard? And that's the mindset attitude that can cause I think
that was number 6, like the work ethic and the workforce. If I had to be okay, no, I'm not mistaken. It was number 6. So it can cause number 6 to happen, which is the work ethic in the workplace from Gen Z, because you are handed basically, like, when it comes to like these things with like working hard at the skills that you need to hold on, like it's something that you have to put effort in, and it's not something you can just simply just like, oh, like, all right, well, let's just like give these other people a trophy because we don't want them to feel bad for not working as hard. No, it's just, hey, look, you'll get it someday. That day just isn't today. And I think baby boomers are right and based on for that one. So anyways, having overscheduled childhoods. Many Gen Zers grew up with packed schedules filled with play dates, extracurricular activities. As a millennial who shared in this growing up, the reason why we had to do this was due to being influenced by college admissions. If you wanted to get into a good college, you needed internships, apprenticeships, extracurriculars, and volunteer experience to get a leg up on the college admissions. This is more on the millennial side. The competition was fierce out there, and kids who were a part of the clubs were always going to get into the school that they wanted. The downside of this was the challenges that came from juggling school and these sides activities at the same time. The study, so I'm probably just reading the entirety of number 2. A study published in Economic of Education Review found that homework and extracurricular activities harm children's mental well-being because they cause them anxiety. Boomers, who came from a generation that simply went to school and then went home, don't understand why we still do these to ourselves. I have to say, coming from a person who did extracurricular activities back in high school non-stop, and I'm being completely honest with this one, I don't have much to say on this one. I have to just give this one to the baby boomers as well, because it changes my work ethic. It changed my work ethic a lot. It changed my priorities quite a lot, and it also affected my priorities as I was growing up out of high school and out of college. I was in high school, and I remember in my junior year and senior year, specifically my senior year, I would be at school by 7 in the morning. So this will be my stupid schedule. I would get up at 5:30 in the morning to get ready for school. I would eat breakfast, make sure everything's ready, make sure homework is done, like whatever homework I didn't get done the night before, I get it done, and then I would go to school, right? So then I would get to school by 7 in the morning. So regardless of what day it is, whether I have, I think it was either band or choir. So I used to be in choir. I don't really like singing that much anymore, unless it's necessary in a situation where it's not like I'm the solo actor. If I'm singing along with people, then sure, whatever. But I'm not really a soloist. I don't like drawing attention to myself like in public like that. So that's my thing. Now, I mean, streaming or doing this, I mean, this is completely different. I don't have 50 eyes on me. I mean, unless I'm live and I know I have 50 eyes on me. That's different. But I don't know. Needless to say, I will say this. So my schedule would be that I would get to school by 7 in the morning, and then I would not get out of school till 7 p.m. because then I will go on through like the extracurriculars from 7 in the morning to 8 in the morning or something like that. School starts at around 8:30, so I'm like talking with friends and blah 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 and whatnot, right? And then school ends at 3 p.m. Obviously, if you were a baby boomer, you would just get the flip home. If you were not, because that used to be my schedule when I was a freshman in high school. But because I was a senior in high school and junior in high school at that point, and I was able to drive around, this was a responsibility I had to hold, and I had to make sure that I was doing extracurriculars. And actually, the reason why I was doing this was just to stay away from home. And more on that, I guess, on another time. This is a conversation for another day, honestly. But I would, so then I would like, do my extracurriculars. I would do sports, right? So I would compete in sports, right? Cross country, track, you name it. Anything to do with running. I'm a runner, by the way. So that's what I did back in the day in high school. That was like probably like 7 or 8 years ago now. So needless to say on that part, I practice wood at 5:30. So what am I doing at Mario Master till 7 p.m.? That's a great question. So 7 p.m. from 5:30 to 7:30, I would start doing some homework or doing stuff for a musical or play in case there was anything that I decided to join on, after the sports, or if it was like winter running, I would do that instead too. I would be highly involved in it, but not completely like I would be having a role. Although I did try to do that for one semester, and it was completely utter for me. And so it would be nonstop, and then I would leave at 7 p.m. and get home at 7:30. And then whatever homework I didn't finish, I would finish at home, and then, I would be in bed by 9 p.m. I would tell, my mom has allowed me for 1 year that before leaving high school to like, hey, you can stay up to 10 p.m. if you want to on some nights, in case like if homework gets a little bit too much or something for some reason. And I would just like simply just say, well, I'm gonna just do what I need to do. So I would try to get the amount of sleep that I appropriately needed, obviously. But when I get home, it would be like, and nonstop work, and I wouldn't even have time to play video games or do anything else that I enjoyed. It would just be work, and I'm not getting paid for it, obviously, as you can see. Now, if I were to had just pushed back on it and just say, hey, why don't I just do one thing, I probably could have gotten myself a part-time job and then moved on with my life. Now, I did have a mentality that I wanted to get a part-time job at the age of 16, but I didn't exactly know how to like socialize or really get my foot out there to really look for places to work at until I was an adult, because when I was an adult, I was actually looking for, still pretty much trying to cover a problem that I'm trying to like kind of unintentionally cover right now in a way, but it's it's one of those things where I'm just doing what I can to get myself through these steps in life. And so that's just how I was for me. So I honestly have to give it to the baby boomers. Why am I going to put myself through that trouble if I need to like think about the future and think about other things that are going to benefit me in the long run instead of the short term? Yeah, extracurriculars are fun to do, but I think it's better to focus on one thing than to focus on multiple things. That would be my advice to anybody who's in high school or going into high school, really. And if you have anybody that you know that's going into high school, definitely tell them that part. Focus on one thing and do not go on to a lot of extracurricular activities for no reason.
So anyways, number 3, having helicopter parents. I probably won't be able to talk too much longer about this one because, you'll see in a minute as I'm exploring around these parts. Or, I don't know if I'm exploring at this point. I think I'm in a battle right now. So, actually, I'm in a battle right now, yeah. I mean, obviously, and you'll see why. So, I'll try to, like, save this for a little bit. So, baby boomers were the generation that were asked by nightly news channels if they knew where their children were. So, to be upset over Gen Z being raised by helicopter parents is a contradiction. Helicopter parents was designed to monitor children more closely, but boomers believe that it stops your children from exploring and learning how to figure things out for themselves. They were from a generation that explored their neighborhoods on the weekends like it was a grand adventure. I agree. I completely agree with this one, and that's why. About frickin' time we got it, bro. About time. Took me like 50 years for that one. Finally got the freaking other one. Alright. Might get knocked back real soon. This one. Let's see if we get it. Breathe a little bit down, but that's okay. We're gonna be fine. Ignore the thunder outside. It's a thunderstorm going on. Come on now. Okay. We're not doing advanced quite yet. Alright, so knock back at this guy. Come on, did you get it? Nope, not yet. Alright, so we're gonna just do a regular. Actually, no, we're gonna heal. We're gonna heal our that's what we're gonna do. Knock back again. Oops. Still nothing yet. Ah, man, we were close. No, we got that choo-choo over there. I wonder what that's for. Let's see what that's for. Oh, shoot. Maybe unlocked here then. What's... Actually, yeah, how do we even get up there? Better question. Nope, we can't do that. That's gonna be in the recording. Alright, well, I think... No. Can't go that way, can we? Is there a way where we can look at our map? Okay, well, okay. Alright, so where we want to go is that way, obviously, I know that part. I'll be back, alright? I'm sorry to keep you guys for this long.
Alright, before I cut myself off there and pretty much waste everybody's time there for a minute, back to what I was trying to say, I think that is why, you know, we have so much sensitivity nowadays, and like with in terms of like, oh, like I would never think of doing this or letting my kid do that or hear stuff like that out in the open. And it's like one of those things where I've had the desire to want to explore places and do stupid stuff, but sometimes it had to be done in secrecy, and there's like a lot of, you know, there's a lot of that, and it really just makes your kids distrust their parents to like even like say stuff, because it's like it's hard to like it's hard to like it's I don't know, it's just hard to like build camaraderie and build any sort of trust from there. Like suppressing your kids to like do anything that they wanted to do, and I'm not saying let them go and do stupid stuff all the time or anything like that. Just just give them like moral advice, like hey, just tell them be careful, and you know, don't do anything too crazy. Like give them like, you know, give an inch, they'll take an inch. Just make sure you don't take a mile. That's my only advice to parents on that part. Like just give an inch, but don't let them take a mile. Just make, like, you can let them take an inch. Just don't. Yeah. I'm gonna keep circling around if I keep going with this. So hanging out with friends and getting into mildly dangerous situations like playing near construction sites built their resolve up. That's what baby boomers did. They weren't afraid to go into neighbor's yard to get a baseball that flew over, even if there was a barking dog and a no trespassing sign up. One thing to remember about boomers is that they never ask where their children were, but they do care. They do care where your children are. So, like basically like, hey, just making sure they're safe. I get the lingo. So I mean, it's more of a taboo kind of topic. For me, at least, because I don't really want to step into the boundaries of that, and I don't plan on ever being a parent ever. That's just like I'm saying this now because that's just my, you know, I'm being honest. And needless to say, on that part, I'm probably going to move on to the next topic here. Having access to technology from birth. This is a good one. With all the technology that younger generations have at their disposal, boomers can't help but wonder why they are not surpassing them. The truth is, things were different back in their day, and sometimes they refuse to see that. The cost of living has risen, and wages have stayed the same. But technology is a double-edged sword. Boomers see technology as a waste of time, while for younger people, it's an escape from the harsh society realities that boomers put them in. In a way, but then, baby boomers, isn't your generation the generation that made video games in the first place? So didn't you like allow technology to like continue to advance? Like, yeah, I mean, I guess you could see it as a waste of time, but it's supposed to be that in a way. There's some times where it's supposed to be that. Gen Z may see it as an escape, but boomers are not entirely wrong either. A survey conducted by Market US, or no, just us, media, found that Gen Z spends an average of 4.5 hours a day on their smartphones, engaging in activities that like social media, messaging, streaming, and gaming. Considering that Gen Z could be learning new skills or even creating new innovations in their spare time, you can't help but agree and say that technology feels like a distraction. I agree completely. I think if there was a way where Gen Z or any other generation that had that technology in their hand and were able to like pretty much limit themselves like at a younger age to like 2 hours a day. I know that's hard to do, but just 2 hours a day, straight up, or 1 hour, even if you can. 1 hour is going to be even tougher. But if you tone it down to 2 hours and then like pretty much just like use your rest of your time to like be productive and do other things that are supposed to be valuable for your time, I think the society and the people that are in said generations can actually get further on in their lives in their way. I think they'll be able to hone skills that, you know, that actually would be useful to them. They'll be able to listen to advice that are actually useful for them to like, okay, I'll make sure to do that for myself so that way I can benefit myself in the long run. And it's not too difficult to really see that there is an underlying issue with technology. More on that in a second because I'm about to interrupt myself once again thanks to this Monty Bowl here.
Congratulations! Excellent job making it all the way here. Let me commemorate the moment with this. Take it, please. High-end badge. Holy.
Luigi! Yeah! Luigi! Yeah!
Look, he still cares for his brother. Aww.
Luigi!
Luigi.
Luigi.
Aww. Sorry, I had to put that. I think it is an underlying issue for the most part. Yeah. So.
Luigi!
Yeah. I really have no more to really say on that part of the discussion, since I'm gonna try to move things along. So I think honestly, like actually do have more to say. Sorry. Having access to technology from birth, I wasn't given that privilege. I probably could speak for like those that are probably in Gen Z that are like probably in their higher 20s. That are like at the age of 29 at most, because you're probably 29 by now. And if it's 2026 and you're 29 by now, you're part of Gen Z and probably are right next to the millennials on this one. But you didn't have access to technology until you're probably at the age of 5, if I had to guess anything, or probably at the age of like 8 or 9, in terms of like computer labs and computer science. And just learning how to play computer games, or like learning how to use a computer basics. It was just more on those notions instead of like just, oh, we have video games to play, which I did grow up playing video games, by the way, but it was not from like a really early stage in life where it was like, it was just brain rot and like I had an iPad at the tip of my fingers. And I think there was a discussion on that actually, if I'm not mistaken. I might have looked at this, not in this notion, but like, there was an article that I saw actually later on. Gen Z shares their most hilarious boomer opinions, revealing just how much they have in common. And actually, one of the quotes even states that like, somebody said, "Hey, stop giving your kids iPads so young." And this was coming from the Narwhal mom, I guess that's what her name is. So she quotes, "Stop giving your kids iPads so young. My mom gave me a DS and a lead pad." Oh man. DS still has an addictive quality, but it's not the same level of bad that an iPad has. I got my iPad at the age of 13 after saving for a whole summer as well as birthday Christmas money in the past year, and I still saw things I probably didn't need to see at the age of 13. I truly can see a difference in the emotional regulation of iPad kids versus other kids. I added the age part, the word age.
But like, yeah, I completely agree. I don't think iPads should be given at that age. I think if you were to give a kid an iPad, they would probably have to give you, yeah, I think 13 is fine. I think it's just like in terms of like how much time they could spend on said iPad. Because if I'm not mistaken, I was probably the most tech savvy guy, or not tech savvy, but I had a lot of technology growing up. Let me see. I had well, obviously I had VTech. If anybody knows what VTech is, then shoot, then I guess you're not gonna know until later on in life. I guess I'll probably share that story. You know, I guess another day. That day is not today though. Let me see here. Well, let me see. There was the Game Boy Advance that my parents handed to me because I was bored, and they just saw that I was bored, that I couldn't really like do anything outside or anything like that, so they just handed me a Game Boy, and I played Pac-Man. And funny enough, because I was so like having a lot of fun with Pac-Man, that's what they gave me the Game Boy Advance. They gave me the Game Boy Advance at the age of 6, I believe, or at the age of 5. I believe it was at the age of 5, because at the age of 4, I remember playing my first video game, my first official video game at the age of 4, and I was watching my dad play that growing up. You can pass, or so I have been instructed to say. Had to interrupt myself there because, yeah, forgot to read that bit of dialogue, so I thought it was a little detail that I probably missed. But I think, as I was saying, like, yeah, I was watching my dad play it as I was growing up, for as long as I can remember, really, and then I started playing it, obviously, and then, along the way, I ended up getting myself a DS. I think I said that back in LP number 8, when I did get it. And along with that, I also got myself an iPod. I still have it. Actually, I have it on my desk. It's kind of funny. Probably should charge it and see what else is there. I don't know. Maybe on the live stream I'll probably reveal it if someone reminds me. But if it's still there, I'll probably shoot, I'll freaking pull it out. Why not? What else was I gonna say? Yeah, Flip. What was I gonna say? Oh, so yeah, then there was like this Kindle Fire. It was meant to help me read, and then like literally the Christmas after I got the DS, or I think it was like a year and then a Christmas later, I got myself a DSi XL from my grandparents. Then a little bit later than that, I believe I got myself the Wii. I think a whole Christmas later, if I'm not mistaken, because it was 20. Oh shoot! Actually, I don't know. Wait, do I have my DSi still? Hold on. Let me check if I have it. Yeah, hold on. I gotta check if I have my DSi and I think I have it. Like, hold on. Like, where the frick did I put that stupid thing? I know I have it because I have proof that I can probably like still like, you know, like hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm doing this live stream. I'm doing this live, baby. I actually have to answer that question myself. I know I still have it. Obviously, I still have it. I can't literally just use it the other day. I have my DS still. I think of this now as I'm recording. Gosh dang it. Wait, I have it. I found it. Let me grab it. Yes, I have it. Yes. Freaking yes, baby. You heard that? You hear that? It's still here, baby. And it's at I think it's at full health. Give me like give me 1 second while I get myself back situated. This is crazy though. This is probably like a live stream moment, if anything. It's kind of funny. But I have to talk about this because it's kind of nostalgic in a way. Oh man, it's actually at half health. I did play it for a little bit, so that's fair. Let me see. Can I go on the SD card? I can't. It's true, it's not inserted? Yes, it is. Quit playing with me. Alright. So let me see here. When did I actually get it? It was in 2010. Yeah. Oh, wow. Holy crap. I did get it in 2010. Okay, so then I received the Wii the same year, I believe? If I'm not mistaken on, like, what my Christmas gifts were. Because I did get... Okay, so I did get that. There was this Yahtzee game that I had. So I had the DSi XL for 1 year. And I believe it was, let me see if I ever took any pictures of my Wii. I know I did at some point, right? Because I know I absolutely did. I think it was not until 2011 or 2012 that I got my Wii. I think it was 2012. Let me see. Man, I took a lot of pictures back in 2011. That's actually freaking crazy, to say the least. And I remember that we had it in my living room when I used to live. Obviously when I used to live with my dad and whatnot. But like, yeah, it was still there. It was like, yeah. Wow, I can't believe I only took pictures on the actual DS like for only 3 years. That's actually crazy. To say the least. I've been going on this topic for too long. I am sorry, guys. I got nostalgia distraction. Dyslexia. Crapola, bro. Let me see. How much is in this? 2 GB. Let me see. 2 GB? Holy crap, dude. You know how much 2 GB had for the for the DSi XL? I'm gonna tell you how much that really like defines for the DSi XL. I'm going to tell you right now. Oh shoot! I can't even get it. So I can tell you because I remember it from memory. It was 3,000 photos, and I remember distinctly that it was that many photos that I didn't use up all the photos, obviously. Sorry, I'm going at my side, so I'm sorry. But like, yeah, and I'm not addicted. And I'm not super addicted to technology now. Like I would try to. That's still a long haul. It's kind of hard to do anyway. But needless to say, like it's not like it's a huge problem for me where I'm super like completely distracted with it. Obviously, I have like stuff that I get distracted by it with technology. And yeah, I don't know. But I think I've extended on this topic for too long. I've ranted on it. So yeah, needless to say, I think like not having an iPad or having a Kindle or having I had a kid's laptop at the age of I think I was 10 when I got it. So it was in 2012 when I got myself a kid's laptop. Oh shoot, yeah, I ranted way too freaking long on nostalgia, man. What the flip? Yeah, because we're about to reach a cutscene right now, so I'm gonna have to stop myself. Run! That can't be good. Well, looks like we're a bit too late, huh? Kakalata and her crew snuck into Woohoo Hooniversity. They transformed all the university's professors into monsters. Holy crap! Okay, I probably should heal. Yeah, I probably should heal. Just looking at Mario's HP, I'm like,
Maybe I should heal him. Let's try knockback throws again. Please. Work. Like, I don't know. Still nothing! That freaking pisses me off, man. Like, still nothing. Still nothing. Like, knockback. I gotta wait. Let me. All right. You know what? Voiceover take over while I look up how many knockback throws attacks I have to completely like get a good grade on to even get the advance. Because I got advanced chopper bros just fine, but the other one I can't get for some reason. So give me a bit.
Yeah, sorry about that back there, y'all. Yeah, so I'll reveal that once I actually get to the knockback, because it's actually not going to be too much longer from now. I'll probably interrupt myself in a bit. So let's give myself the next 43 years or whatever it is that apparently it takes to get there. I mean, it did take that shade. I mean, like I said, I'll reveal it there. I'm not going to explain it here because I'll waste some time over there explaining it. So, anyways. Yeah, sorry for wasting your time with nostalgia here. I'll figure out everything else in the long run. I don't really have much time to really, like, do this voiceover because I have to get to bed soon. So anyways, boomers are from a time when mental health was not openly discussed amongst each other. By the way, we're on the 5th discussion, having trigger warnings in safe spaces. This is, yeah, whatever. If you had issues, then you needed to bottle them up, or rather than tell your family because you would risk being seen as a troublemaker. Times have changed. Really? So you'd be seen as a lunatic, basically. Holy crap. That sucks. I'm sorry. I still think we should bring those days back. I'm sorry. That's just where I stand on that one. I think we need to bring those times back. Not completely, but I think there should be like some sort of level to it. Because I think like these trigger warnings and whatnot, I think they have been taken really too much to the extreme where we have to adapt to the 2% of people that are psychologically like can't handle like, you know, themselves mentally. Or yeah, that can't mentally handle themselves. Like we have to adjust to those people constantly, and it's really annoying in my opinion. Because it's one of those things where, like, I get it. Some people just need a little bit more help. So that's fine. Those people are not complete idiots. They're not really idiots in my opinion. I think they just need a little bit more help. They just need a little bit more guidance. They just need somebody to take them under their wing, to show them how life is a little bit with some guidance. And that's really it. It's not really rocket science at that point if you really think about it. But it's just, you know, it just makes sense. But at the same time, there are people who take advantage of it to a point where it's like they put themselves on a pedestal or put them on social media and make their whole identity to just that. Like, oh, I have a mental disorder. This is my identity. Please show me sympathy, show me attention, show me the love that I need. Instead of just talking to a therapist about it or actually using this time to actually talk to people that would actually help you. And unfortunately, because it's not what you want to hear or what you want to see from the result, you get mad and like, oh, you play the victim basically, and that's something that people play at this time of age, and I think it needs to stop. Personally, this is one of the things that I think makes me want to, that's the reason why it makes me want to say stuff like that, like what I said back there, why we need to bring up times where, like I said, you know, if you had a problem, just bottle it up. And I think it's unhealthy to do so because it could drive a person mad, and then they will just straight up just completely go berserk, and then, you know, now they're in a box for the rest of their life. And, you know, I think that's just how it should be in a way, in my opinion, because instead of just talking things out, people just lash out in emotions, and I think people need to be more reasonable and more logical in the sense of solving these problems instead of just reacting emotionally. And I feel like it's just an underlying issue that I think, personally, there should be some sort of way for accountability in that. I mean, it shows it here too, and I think yep. Here we go. Here we freaking go.
It took me like 43 years, but hey, we got it. By the way, it's 43 attacks. 43 successful. Now I can finally show you. I'll probably show you in the boss fight, but we'll save it for that. But you saw the Advanced Chopper Bros, that it was, did it. So, anyways, I'll let you continue, voiceover. Jeez, Lou, calm down.
So again, that's the whole thing with that. We're gonna be reaching a very nostalgic room in a couple minutes, so I'll try to finish this here, and then we'll have the rest of the time. We'll have the rest of the time in this facility to do whatever and talk about whatever we need to talk about. So, anyways, according to YouGov poll, 80% of Gen Z adults in the U.S. sought mental health treatment in the past year. So 2 years ago, I'm assuming, which was more than double that of 8% reported by baby boomers. For many young people, having a safe place to go to escape the issues of the outside world or even home can be rejuvenating. I think having some sort of like boundaries, so like just pretty much just, I think like if we maybe not frame it in that way, but like I guess like if you frame it that way, obviously it's just bluntly as Dave, like that's what you need to do as a trigger warning, blah blah blah. I think it's one of those things where people just need to like really just find a place to relax, recharge, rejuvenate, and I think that's the way we need to frame it. Is instead of just framing it as mental health or trigger warnings, like, oh, you can't do this because this is a trigger warning. Like, no. What you need to do is figure out yourself what will be a good way for you to calm down. So if I were to get pissed off, you know what I would do? I'd tell the person that I'm pissed off at, or, just straight up, hey, go the other way. I'm really pissed. You need to stay 14 feet away from me, and I'll do my best to get myself 14 feet away from everyone else. I think that's a reasonable thing to say, for me at least, so that way, in a way, I'm not saying this is in a threatening way, obviously, but I'm just saying this in a way where it's like, so that, nobody gets their feelings hurt, or anybody gets really hurt in the matter of it, because at the end of the day, the last thing I want to do is hurt anyone, and those situations can be really tiresome and can really be super impactful in a really, really bad way. So honestly, I'm gonna leave it off at that, and
I'm probably gonna take over for a minute.
Here we go.
Moves in the arrow. Bros blocks. Moves in the arrow's direction when the character matching the color of the block hits it. This bros block is merely a prototype, so striking it will not produce coins. Oh, great. So what is this one? Haven't figured out that one yet. Block used in Super Mario 64. Currently analyzing the new technology that makes it vanish when struck. Block used in Paper Mario. Appears to be made of soft material, but it's actually quite hard for professionals only. Interesting. How about this one? Block used in Super Mario World. Made of light, shiny material, somewhat shock absorbance. Huh. Block used in Super Mario Bros. Made of secret material from the Mushroom Kingdom. Metallic appearance is quite popular. Interesting. What is this? Rally block. Hit this moving block in pairs to rally with it. This rally block is merely a prototype, so striking it will not produce points. So this is like a... Oh. So we have yet to see this type of block. But this block is kind of like, you kind of like play it back and forth, and then it goes faster as the number goes higher. I think the highest I've ever gotten it to was 24, so let's see if we can get it to 25. Ah, shoot! That was close. So I've yet to see this one. Let's see what he says. Random block when the character matching the block's color strikes the block produces coins. This random block is merely a prototype, so striking it will not produce coins. Man, what do they do with this university? Or Hooniversity? I don't freaking know. Does it matter what they call it? Yeah. See, it's still a university at the end of the day. So, I don't know. Alright, I'll let voiceover continue and commence. It's a nice Easter egg to see. I was actually not expecting to come upon it so quickly, but yeah,
Okay, so now we have the rest of this Hooniversity or whatever it is university. Yeah, I think we don't need to go circling back around on that one. So, this is gonna be a freaking conversation to have, and I think we'll be able to finish it out in terms of this video. Because we still have a lot, we still have ways and ways to go in this Hooniversity anyway. So, I won't be reading any dialogue or anything from this point, because it's all just like computers reading and pretty much just instructions. If you want to read it yourself, go for it. So it's gameplay. I'm here to talk about Gen Z and Gen Boomers and their thoughts on baby boomers. But at the end of it, I do have... Yeah, actually, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to wait till we get there first. As I said, we're going to play this by ear. So, number 6. They're changing attitude towards work. When it comes to work, boomers think it's observed that Gen Z asks for more flexibility while on the job. This is because back in their day, you owed your loyalty to the company and were just lucky to be there. You never demanded higher-ups to give you special treatment, but Gen Z is a generation quick to stand firmly on their boundaries and not take anyone's nonsense. They're willing to do anything to keep their peace of mind. According to a survey by the Top Employers Institute, 62% of Gen Z workers said that they would accept a lower salary if it meant a better work-life balance. It's not absurd to recognize that you are a person with needs like resting so that you can work more efficiently. This is why Gen Z takes more time off than other generations, so that they can prioritize their mental health. So this one I'm very mixed with, because this is coming from somebody who care less about vacations. I know, shocker, right? So, I don't know. I don't think that was a shocker for anybody, to be honest. I think finding a full-time job that's at least 40 hours a week, and at least some overtime in most weeks, because obviously work is going to be needed in order to get things done and then get the things that you want in life. It's not going to be just easily handed off to you. I can understand Gen Boomers and in fact Gen X's are towards that. At the same time, though, I don't think it's necessary to constantly have to work inconsistent schedules and be available literally 20 hours a day, and only have 4 hours to literally sleep and do nothing but sleep, to then get up and do the same thing over and over again, which is to travel to work, and then after you're done with your first job, which is 5 hours in, go to your next job to work for another 3 hours, because some company is like, oh, we're only going to keep you for 3 hours, blah blah blah, to then go to your third job to work another 5 hours, and then the travel time between the travel time. Yeah, sorry, I had to stop myself for a second. So the travel times between said jobs. So let's say you get to your first job and it's only 10 minutes away. The next job is 20 minutes away from your house, and then the next job is 30 minutes away from your job. But the travel time is just 10 minutes in between, right? I mean, reasonably. Let's just say you're lucky enough to add those spins and carts, right? And then you go back home and it's freaking 11 p.m. and your next job starts at 3 in the morning. So screw that. I'm just gonna go to sleep for 4 hours and then start all over again, and then just keep continuously working until I completely mentally break out, and then people will wonder why the heck I'm in such a bad mood. Well, it's just because I'm working 3 jobs and it's not paying enough, because the first job is only paying $21 an hour, the next job is paying $16 an hour, and then the next job is paying I don't know, some stupid amount, 19. I can't think of these numbers right off the top of my head, but you get my point. The pay is not worth it, and you just simply want to get a full-time job, and that's where I'm at. And I'm actually getting closer than I'm actually getting closer than most people think now, but it's none of their business actually anyway. But needless to say, you get that full-time job, and now all you have to do is just work around their schedule. And I don't think that's actually not that bad to do. Actually, that's reasonable to work around your job schedule in a way. As long as it's like, you know, manageable to where you're able to like get your stuff done around the house and be able to like clean your house and make sure you manage your house too, obviously, and able to like at least decompress for at least a couple hours. I don't think that's too much to ask, really. And honestly, that is all I really ask for, but at a good, decent pay. I'm not asking for $50 an hour right away. That's not that, dude. You can't get that right away. Obviously, that's not gonna happen, Gen Z. I mean, I have to side with the baby boomers on that part of the argument. Now, if we're talking about in terms of what I just said and an exaggerated point, yeah, I can see your frustration. But at the same time, what we're looking at here is you guys have to work at a schedule that would be at least reasonable to what employers are doing. So that means if they need you to work every morning from like 7 to 3 or something, then that's what you gotta work at, because that's gonna get you 40 hours a week, right? And even then, there's gonna be some overtime that's gonna be needed and opportunities given. So you take that because that's extra money for when there's a rainy day. You never know what's gonna happen. And I get it. It's a lot to put in mind and blah blah blah, but that's life, and you have to go through that. Obviously, like, not a lot of people are really lucky enough to even have a job now, because jobs are hard to find nowadays, and at a decent pay rate and be able to pay rent even, because like if you look at the freaking rent now, it's like $2K. I can't afford $2K a month. That's crazy. It's third. But at the same time, I think my advice on that part too is find a group of friends and then probably like, I guess, get an apartment together, and or actually no, screw the apartment. No, screw that idea. Find that one friend that has a good credit balance. Figure out how to like work the ropes on living with the 3 people, or at least the 2 other people. Like
having that like team camaraderie of just having 3 people live together, right? They pay for half, like part of the rent, right? You have like one person obviously paying for more of the rent because they own the house, but then you have the other 2 that have to help and compensate for like other things, like, okay, I'll pay for the gas and light, I'll pay for groceries and what else, whatever, water bill, and then I'll pay for this and this, and hey, I'll do this, and, you know, just you figure it out amongst yourself, and hey, 2K doesn't sound too bad per month in terms of mortgage or really rent. Actually, the mortgages would be now, like, remember, look at the average mortgages nowadays. I think it's around $1,600, which is still, I don't know, that's a lot. But that's gonna be a lot for me if I ever get to that position. But we'll know in a few months, I guess. But like, needless to say, yeah, I mean, I think I've said this before, but I've passed a day where it's not. It came from a matter of if, but it's a matter of when now. Now, needless to say, the matter of when is still an iffy part, but we're moving, and it's going here. So we're gonna get that stream come back in, you know, at some point. We'll get it, guys. I know we will. But another point that I have to like make on the mental health part is that, okay, I get it. You want to prioritize your mental health. Then here's the thing that you need to do. Make sure that you're. Oh shoot. Well, okay. So what I said for my first example, to like speak for Gen Z, that like I don't want to like have only 4 hours of sleep every day. Yeah, that could really destroy a person's mental health completely. In fact, it could really put a person in a really grumpy mood, and then get people like, why is he acting like he woke up on the wrong side of the bed? I did not say that phrasing right. Why did he wake up on the wrong side of the bed or whatever? And it's because he's working like pretty much 20 hours a day. And he doesn't want to do that, just to make ends meet, to be able to make 3K a month. I don't think. Look, if I want to make 3K a month, I'm not working 20 hours a day. Sorry, that's not gonna happen. Now, needless to say, is 8 hours a day necessary to, you know, get your 40 hours a week and get going to like make a good amount of money? Yeah, you're gonna have to do that. And if that's something that like. If that's in the survey of like, oh, I don't want to work 8 hours a day, well then you need to grow you need to grow yourself a pair and get going, alright? Like, that's, you know, it's not that bad, really. It really isn't. I mean, I've had a couple of opportunities where I had to, like, work, what was
because I had to work like a decent amount of hours, but it was worth it. I mean, counterintuitively, the opportunities that I had were during the winter, and it was at a job that I didn't really enjoy too much, but at the same time, I guess I'll share a little bit more insight on the career that I'm going for. The career that I'm going for, I was actually given the opportunity to do the job not late at night, but it was in the evening, right? And so I did that, and I actually really enjoyed the work. So hopefully that is the job that I do for the rest of my life, because I actually do enjoy that line of work. It's kind of funny though, because I've had this obsession with lampposts back in the days or something like that, like when I was like 4 or 5 or something. Probably literally up until like I was 10 years old or something, I had an obsession with lampposts. So it's funny how this is where I'm at now, and I'm working with electric stuff, and you know, light post has electricity, so in a way I'm kind of getting what I want, right? In terms of career. I'm gonna stop talking about jobs. I think this is like a heated debate that a lot of generations talk about, like, okay, you're lazy, well, you're demanding too much from us, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, I think if I were to give it to anybody, I probably would have to give it to Gen Boomers for that one, because
from what I've seen from my generation at least, it's a lot of like, I want to go out and party, I want to go do this, no, like, I mean, I get it, yes, there's a time and place for that, but that shouldn't be every day. That should be like once a month, maybe like I guess as you age, like, you start to realize these things. I don't know. I feel like my mind has kind of like aged quite drastically over the years, because I won't lie, I've had friends in real life that would want to hang out every single week, and I'm like not at that stage anymore. I'm just more of like, look, let's figure out a time and plan it out. Maybe a month or 2 down the road. If it was 2 weeks from now, sure, I'll take a last minute plan, but if I haven't like done anything in a while. But if I'm constantly in a busy bee mode where I'm trying to like get things going to like focus on that one thing to get what I want, then yeah. And honestly, like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna focus on the one thing instead of focusing on 500 other things in order to get what I want. You know, that's just what I do. I mean, as a runner, I have to focus on, obviously you have a race, right? I guess I could take this analogy to a cross-country race, right? You have a cross-country race, and you have, let's say, like the state race or whatever, or something like that, or state race, and you're aiming for like top 10 or whatever, right? So you look for one runner that you know for sure is going to be in the top 5. That's what you want to do, right? Because you know for sure, dang well, if you aim for top 10, the runner in top 10, you ain't going to get top 10. You're probably going to get 15th or 20th place. So what you do is aim for the person that's probably most likely going to be in 5th place, and then aim up there. And once you aim like for that one thing, boom, it's right there. It was a battle, it was a struggle, war, but you got there. And it's all it takes is some dedication, work, and just making sure that, like, if you check in with people, I'm sure they'll help you along the way. And then, like, my advice for like finding that job that you want, or at least that dream job, go and put yourself out there. I think a lot of social anxiety excuses are kind of like that is the excuse. Like, oh, I'm too nervous and blah blah. Well, you got to put yourself out there. You can't just sit around and just like expect something to happen. If you're gonna want things to happen, you gotta go out and do things yourself. Yeah, pray on it, but you gotta go out and do it yourself. So if you want to go be a business owner, go talk to people that are business owners. I'm sure they'll give you good advice to get yourself in the right direction. If you want to be a construction worker, go talk to people in the construction field. Times have changed now. Getting into like construction fields now, like, you have to know someone that's in the door already in order to get yourself into the door now. It's almost impossible now. It's kind of like, well, actually, I don't want to get too. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna end it off on that part. All right, because I think I'm gonna say something very out of pocket, and I'm probably gonna upset some viewers if I were to like get a lot of viewers one day. I mean, not that I care too much if I upset viewers, but I think, in terms of politics, I don't want to upset that too much, unless it's like affecting, unless it's affecting me right now, basically, which it's not.
And I do see it affect a lot of other people, but you know, at the end of the day, unless you ask me, I'm not gonna freaking know. So, wearing casual attire everywhere. Ooh, that's ooh. Alright, we got a juicy one over here. Boomers believe that you have to put in the effort to dress up to make yourself presentable to strangers that you've never met before. Gen Z prefers to wear whatever they want to wear, which is why boomers find their style sense absurd. Wearing beanies or even sweatshirts when it's hot outside infuriates them. According to a study published by Emerald Insight, found that female baby... Why specifically why are we picking on the females here? Female baby boomers preferred apparel that catered to their fit needs and were often frustrated when the industry didn't meet these expectations. In this sense, boomers and Gen Z actually have something in common here. So the females in the Generation Z and Generation Baby Boomers have something in common, not the guys, is what I'm hearing. Where they both demand to be seen and respected on their own terms. Okay, so
I'm gonna honestly say I have no comment on this one, and just give it. I'm gonna just say that's a tiebreaker, and I'll leave that one in the air. If you really want me to research on that part, which has completely nothing related to video games at this point, because this is a conversation completely unrelated to video games on how things are affected now in the video game industry. I'm just reading these articles because they're interesting, and I thought, you know, at least keep you guys engaged to some degree about the generations that are, like, what they think about each other. So I'll keep going here. Reliance on AI. Okay, I do have a strong opinion on this one, actually. Remember when I said technology is a double-edged sword? Okay. Well, look no further than the innovation of artificial intelligence. While it helps us create things faster, it can just as quickly steal your livelihood. Sorry. It can mimic any types of workers, from factory workers to artists and even writers. There's nothing AI can't attempt to copy. The issue lies in the fact that AI creations are as hollow as their construct. Yet younger generations like Gen Z and Gen Alpha are relying on it way too heavily. I can't believe Gen Alpha... Well, actually, that's not too surprising. But you know what's also surprising? It's not just Gen Z and Gen Alpha. It's also the other generations as well. In fact, if you're in the business industry, they do rely on this heavily as well. Many industries have taken a hit due to automation, and many fear what will become of their jobs if their employers begin to implement it at their companies. According to a survey conducted by FlexJobs, 34% of workers believe AI will lead a job displacement in the next 5 years. Boomers warned years ago that technology would get this far, but we didn't listen because we thought they were just complaining like they would do with everything else. I think that is a mixed argument here because, and I actually do have to call out the other generations for this. Isn't the baby boomers or Gen X business owners the ones that are constantly looking for ways for AI to replace humans? Now let me explain on this one, okay? This is not an argument to like say that they're wrong and heartless for this. I am honestly on board with this. I think if you were to work at a factory where it's very dangerous and easily for life and have liabilities for you to get hurt, I think there should be ways and discussions and meetings for ways to have machines replace those lines of work. I think it's applicable. Now, do I agree that to an extreme point? Well, as much as I hate to agree with it, I do. I work at a factory, or not well, is it a factory? I work at a warehouse, and it has to do with boxes. And I just talked to my coworker just earlier on today about this. Because as because I told him the news of what's going on with my real life. What was it? Do I say the situation out loud or do I wait on that? I think I'm gonna wait until I leave this current job because there's a lot to unravel, and I think I probably will save it for another time actually. But needless to say, we came to a point of the conversation because this job requires you to be 18 and older to join the job, but it doesn't pay well. So
if a job that doesn't pay well is strictly for adults, and you have to, so here's the system we're working with here at this job. So you have to be 18 or older, or at least turning 18 within the next couple months to join this job.
You join the job. It pays 21 an hour, 22 or whatever the starting pay is. It's 21 an hour. You get only barely like 25. You average 25 hours a week. So that's not gonna give you much. It's gonna give you around $500 a week. That's gonna be your weekly check. Okay. Now, so full-timers get paid a lot more. They get paid around like $30 to $40 an hour working at that job, and they get, obviously they get their full benefits and work 40 hours a week. So they're easily licking out like at least $1,500 to $2,000 a week out of that job easily. If I were to look at the numbers quickly right now, I can probably argue that like if you were to make let me see, if you were to make $30 a week, or no, yeah, $30 an hour. Like if you were to make $30 an hour, let me get a. Actually, would it be better to just get a calculator at this point? That would probably be better, right? So you have 30 times 8. Actually, I can do this in my head. Actually, never mind. I'm going into the I have to do this in my head. So you have, yeah. So that's 240 a day, and then 240 times 40. Or actually, no, 240 times, let's just multiply that by 5, because that's 5 days across the board. So you're easily making about 1,200 a week. Okay, so you're making 1,200 a week, and then you multiply that by 4, because that's 4 weeks. Let's just say average 4 weeks a month, right? So you have 1,200 times 4, and you have... I believe it would be 40. So you're making $4,800 a month, around $5,000 a month, which would lead you to about, let's just say that's average at $5,000 a month, right? Because you work overtime sometimes. So let's just give the benefit of the doubt. $5,000 times 12 would end you up with, you guessed it, with $60,000 a year. I believe. I think it's $60,000 a year. So, $60,000 a year barely gets you a house. Probably a rundown, maybe decent-sized house. In terms of mortgage, if you're saving your money, doesn't sound like a lot, right? So, that's why the full-timers get paid around $40. So, if they're getting paid around $40, they're making about a substantial amount, a whopping $70,000. There are full-timers that are actually making $100,000 a year working at this factory. You want to know? So, like, okay, so that doesn't sound too bad. Why don't I just work full-time then? That doesn't sound too hard, right? That doesn't sound like too much to ask. A lot of people ask me that question. Because the wait time to become a full-timer is 18 flipping years. I'm not waiting 18 years to get paid that much. I'm sorry, but that's a no-go. I'm not waiting 18 freaking years just to get my life started. I don't think anybody has that time at the age of in their 20s. I don't think they want to wait till the age of 38 to start their life. I don't think that's something a lot of people have. Now, quite frankly, if God says you have to, then flip. Well, if the situations allow it, sure, whatever. There are people that had not had it easier, but they didn't have to wait as long. In fact, some people only had to wait like 5, maybe 8 years. I think that's more reasonable to get your seniority in check and everything, and it's just like, okay, cool, the seniority is available. So, there was a point in the conversation like, so if that's the case, why work at this job? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. It was the only job available that will pay a decent amount for a part-timer. If I were... So this honestly would be a dream come true for any teenager, literally in high school still. Like, 5
5 hours a day, 4 or 5 hours a day, and I'm working at this job, and all I have to do is put packages in trailers or take packages out of trailers and deal with packages in general, right? And you're dealing with that, right? So there's going to be conversations where, like, yeah, let's just have these AI tools and AI robots replace them, and it's honestly just a better way to go about life on it. So I'm gonna have to give it to Gen Z on this one, but only for that side of the argument. On the other part of the argument, actually no, I'm not even giving it to anyone. Everybody uses AI too much. Stop using AI too much. If you shouldn't be relying on it to get far in life, it's not going to get you far. I think it's fine to use it for useful stuff, obviously, yes. But if you're trying to get yourself to work at a better environment, or even get yourself farther in life to work with these AI tools, learn to work with them. Actually, that's number one. That's what you should do. Learn to work with AI tools, so that way you can become smarter than it, and people will rely on you to help fix these AI tools or whatever is involved with AI. That's how it was back in the 1920s, 30s. There was automobiles became a thing, and people were afraid of that. People were afraid of, there used to be people that assemble a car by hand, and it used to be people doing it. Now it's machines doing that. I don't see anybody talking about that right now, do I? No, I don't. So in probably 20 years, maybe not even that, maybe 5 or 10 years, nobody's going to be talking about this issue as an issue. It's probably going to be oh, thank God, this job is gone, because this is a very terrible condition for anybody to work in. So
Mario.
now we have changing language and slang, which is number 9. Sorry, that was a long AI conversation. I mean, personally, I used to have things against AI, but as I gotten older with age, and you can probably see in my LPs as I maybe I haven't changed my opinion quite drastically, but it's not like I hate it now. I think it's just and I think at the end of the day, this actually takes on to the other arguments I made with jobs. Nobody is obligated to a job. Your job could be gone tomorrow. So if you don't have that mindset, I don't know what else would wake you up. So I'm just gonna put it at that point. And I think it's one of those things where, yes, I think that's a conversation that can relate to video games. Yes, a lot of studios use AI. A lot of companies use AI. Is it a bad thing? Not necessarily. It's just because it's more efficient, probably more quicker, and that's just some things you gotta have to do in order to kind of make some sacrifices to make more money and make more income smartly instead of wearing people out in it. So now onto the conversation on changing language and slang. Nothing infuriates a boomer more than newer generations changing language and using slang terms. Expressions evolve over time. When one generation had for a term, another generation might have already taken it and given it a whole new meaning. As a millennial, the Gen Z word cringe freaks me out because it doesn't hit the same as our words awkward. This doesn't mean we are using them any less. According to a study by Words Rated, a slang usage has increased with each generation, with Gen Z using it 92% of the time compared to baby boomers who used it 65% of the time. Because I'm pretty sure they said stuff like, is this hip? Right? Baby users use words like groovy, surprisingly, and bread to reference money. We still use bread nowadays. We gotta make that bread, that daily bread, which we still use it to this day. Still, I don't think that boomers will never pass the vibe check with Alright, nope. I'm gonna leave that conversation. I did not just hear the whole, I did not see that no cap program, alright? That's old. That's old. Stop the, okay. Having an aversion to phone calls. none of us knows why Gen Z is allergic to phone calls, but boomers are on the case to find out. If you ask Gen Z, they will say it's due to their social anxiety or that they simply prefer text messaging, but boomers think it's because of antisocial behavior. It's not treated as a simple preference, but instead that there must be something mentally wrong with young people nowadays. I actually have no I don't think there is a reason why Gen Z is like that more often. I think it's just like it might have to be the social anxiety, and maybe they just don't know how to give a phone call. And sometimes when giving phone calls, it's kind of hard to do so because of the boundaries of like I don't know if I'm interrupting something that's very important, or if I'm like doing something that can invade somebody else's time. I'm thinking that's where I'm coming from, because if it were up to me, I would call all my friends daily, but at the same time, I know they have their own lives and I don't want to interrupt them. Oh, we have the finale coming up right now. I'm gonna interrupt.
Preparation has completion. Oh, great Cacoletta! Unleash the voice of Princess Peach on the Beanstar when you are wanting to. The moment when all of the world will bow down to me has come at last!
Not if we have a say about it. Let's get the heck in. Wait, let's make sure, because I know we're fighting them, so let's make sure we're prepared. We have our syrup. Yeah, we're gonna fully... yeah, just make sure that's healed. Got a super mushroom, got a hoop. And we got a... Are we gonna save? Yeah, we're gonna save. Okay. First, let's get the hoobie and then we'll save. Alright! The moment has finally come! We are going to defeat Cacoletta. We're going to. I think this is it. Like, this is literally it. Here we go. And probably after this, we might have to save Bowser or something, so that might be what the second part of the game is, right? Yeah, you guys know what happens. Here we go!
Peach Bots! Speak!
Uh-oh. Here we go! I don't think that's Peach's voice. Yeah, I don't think that's Peach's voice. Either that or Peach is not the Pierce of them all. That sucks.
Yeah! What happened? What is this? I have frights. A situation we had not suspected has begun to develop. May we flee? Pests! Loathsome pests! And at the worst possible moment! We don't have time to deal with you fools!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Ha! Now, won't this be fun? Oh yes! If that's how it is!
That's how it is! Yes, that's how it is.
I'm ready for you! I'm going to knock you all the way back to the Mushroom Kingdom!
Tango.
Uh-oh. Okay, yep, you gotta be ready.
Which one is the real me? Do you idiots know?
Alright, well, that's gonna be a hard one to do. Shoot. Well, I healed myself up, so... why... I can't run away, obviously, but I can't. I don't know if I want to do, actually. I'm gonna do you. Yeah, wrong one. I'm guessing it's the wrong one. Alright, well, time to do knockback, Rose.
Can I do the advanced gun without screwing it up? Golly, bro. Okay. Yeah, you gotta do that. You gotta be ready on that one. Let's try this one. Come on, dude! Oh, flip. I'm gonna do the top one again. Yep, it was the top one. Please get the thing knockback pros this time. Come on! Yes, little boys, aren't you? Too busy for such games. Time to this to end. Well, you ain't gonna end this too quickly. Shoot! No! Dang it! Ah, son of a gun, bro! Alright, well, since we're gonna... It's like that! It's like that! It's like that now! Alright, might as well put it on me. If I'm gonna have the heavy effects, I might as well be piled up for it. Yeah! I gotta figure out how to do that advanced knockback, bros, because this is getting really annoying, bro. Really, really annoying that I can't even freaking do it right. Oh, shoot. It better not be a freaking joke. I swear. Yes! Nice! Nice! Yes! Nice! Alright, let's get that stash bros up. Ah, I saw a 5 and I was like, ah, flip. How could this happen? Cackletta, do not have no worries. Watch, I am sucking up your energy with this headgear. Oh, you like that, don't you? Oh, Fossil. Give them one final attack from me. If you say, I say to you, yes. Okay, Prince Peasley came in clutch for that one. All right. Thanks, buddy. Now, quickly to the fallen beanstalk. But it's fallen. What? The beanstalk heard Princess Peach's voice and went mad? Oh, but why would Princess Peach's voice drive the beanstalk mad? This is a surprising secret at the center of this riddle. I shall explain it all in detail once we have safe recovered the beanstalk that has fallen below. You two must go to the Bound for immediately. Wait, you're not gonna go retrieve it yourself? You have better things to do or something? I guess he does. Oh, we can't even go down there. So we gotta go down. Here we go. Alright, well, we gotta go recover our frickin'... What was it? We gotta go recover our, whatchamacallit. Oh, no, we're actually fully recovered. That's just run down the stairs and that's it, right? Alright, so I hope that was a good conversation we had. I mean, this was a pretty priceyly long video. Alright, I can't even focus and freaking game at the same time. Yeah, so these blocks are different. Wow, that was unexpectedly good. Yeah, I'm not usually that great with these blocks, but it is what it is. Yeah, I know Editor Me is gonna hate me a lot for sure, because I have a lot of editing to do in terms of like getting all those. Yeah, I'm not gonna speak too much about it. Make sure we grab everything in this freaking area, please. Because there's no going. I mean, there is going back, but I don't think anybody will want that, to be honest with you. Let's see if we can perfect. Come on. Son of you. Shoot. Got him! Okay, and then can we get the advanced one, please? Of course! Now I get it! Now I freaking get it! Stupid! Stupid me gets it now. Of course I get it now. Let me get this guy quickly. Got him. This will be quick. I'm sorry. Sorry to extend it too longer. I think you're gonna turn red. Like, you're gonna turn red. Yes, turn red. Perfect. That's fine. Just keep the camera rolling on that one. It's fine. I'll try to show it for this one.
Let's go.
Alright, as I was saying, yeah, that was a pretty lengthy video, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no.
Okay. Yeah, I had to use it. Yeah, I had to use the super.
Oh no. Oh no.
How much HP do we have? I think we're fine. I think we're fine. So yeah, that was a long commentary video. I'm really sorry about that. That was not as long as it was supposed to be, but hopefully it was something that will last you for the week in case it is something that was, like I said, if I can't get the video out. Wait, wow, that's a lot of enemies. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take them out like this. Got him! Yeah, so if you see the colors, it'll okay. And if that happens, it'll be whatever the opposite is. So let's get rid of him. Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter because we leveled up anyway. Level 21. Freaking legal enough to drink now. That's great. I want to up my defense. Let's see what's up with that. Hey, not bad. Everything else is pretty balanced here. Let's up our HP. It's been a freaking minute since we did our HP. I don't really care for too much for my HP because it's not something that's like been a huge struggle for me. Because I prefer not to have so high of HP, and this game is pretty easy enough as it is. I mean, literally, people would do like a hard mode of this game anyway if they were like experts at this game. And to be quite frank, I mean, regardless whichever mode it is, both modes are really easy. So let's just hope we get this in like 2 tries. Let's line it up right here. Really? Goodbye. Let's try it again. Easy to line it up. Forgot I need to get my water back. The third one surprisingly was easier. That's crazy. Oh yeah, we gotta go there. We gotta go into the mini fridge. We gotta go into the mini fridge. That's where we gotta go. It looks like a mini fridge. We're gonna save it again because we're in the Woohoo Hooniversity basement. So yeah, great, huh? Ain't that great? All right, well, that only took me 3 minutes. That's crazy. Oh shoot!
The beanstalk suddenly came falling down out of nowhere. It was shocking, see? But having treasure fall out of the sky sure is lucky. Yeah, that's right. Very lucky. Only Papa the Great Shadow Thief could get such results, see? Amazing, boss. Rookie. You're a boss? Unless my eyes are screwy. Look there! It's red and green from the Chictail! Hi! Boo! Boo to you, I say! Why does this always happen? This isn't funny, see? Rookie? Curse boss? These two nuts gonna seem to like the old ring-a-ding-ding. It's gonna scrap again, see? Curse boss. Yay!
Look, they have honor. They're like, alright, we're gonna have honor in this battle.
Shoot!
Well, that sucks.
I'll be taking that, see?
Well, I have a surprise attack for you, see? Shoot. Woo! Got that. Oh, shoot! So, as you can see, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Bowser jumps when Bowser jumps and then throws his hammer, he aims for Luigi in this game. In the remake, that doesn't happen. He aims for Mario instead if he jumps and throws his hammer. It's very weird, if you ask me. Let me see if we can get the advanced knockback throws this time. Okay? signature move. Got him! Shit. Oh wow, he's like pissed off! Alright, time to do it. Dang it! Alright, I'm gonna heal you. I'm gonna heal you. No! Heal! Luigi. Alright, come on. Alright, can we please get this successfully? Please! God, please, I beg you, please. No! Let's heal Luigi's BP. So far, I haven't taken too much damage from this fight. Not too much damage. I'm done trying to get advanced. I'm done trying. There's something I'm missing here that I'm like not even grasping in my head. Come on, wake up. I know who you are. I know who you are, man. Wake up. I got it. Got him. Oh, finished off with that. Nice. Oh, shit. No, no! Our treasure! It's gonna fly away, see? Hey, come back in here! You big... Stop! Oh, here we go. Hey, wrong direction, buddy. Actually, no, that's not the wrong direction. That's the correct direction. There goes Popple. There goes Bros. Oh! I remember! I remember! I am Bowser the King! Ah! Well, he's beaming Woohoo races.
Mario.
Yeah, Mario. Where's Mario at?
Mario. Wow.
I'm gonna find him by. Oh, okay.
Mamma mia.
Hey, can we take care of that? Yeah, get. Mario, jump out of there.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Seems like we're in the middle of nowhere. Is there a safe block here? Yeah, it seems like it. We're in the middle of nowhere. Where are we at? Woohoo Oasis. Interesting. Well then, seems like we're in the middle of nowhere. In an ocean. Looks like an ocean, yeah. So, we're gonna call it here. And, yeah, I'm gonna just let you guys go. Obviously, this episode went very long now. It's almost like probably an hour and a half, if not 2 hours. So, I'm gonna let you guys go. Don't forget to shine bright and, well, yeah. Schedule-wise, the schedule. It's gonna vary for the next couple months. It's gonna vary. Can I keep my promise to end the LP by next month? That I can't promise you quite yet, but that is the goal, to end it by next month, since it's currently August and whatnot. So anyways, with that being said, this RPG is a pretty short game, so yeah. Anyways, with Cackletta gone, Bowser's gone, so we gotta figure out where Bowser is and then get the frick back. So I don't know. That's all I can say. Anyways, I'll stop rambling on. Yeah, so we're gonna call it here, like I said, and yeah, I don't know. I'm probably gonna get going with some more game footage so that way I can get the schedule out to some degree at a nice pace. So, that being said, don't forget to shine bright and stay bright.